Grand Rising, everyone. I hope you all having a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. It is I, Nefertera Adeleke. You are listening to the Self-Love Witch podcast, which focuses all on self-love, self-care, protecting your energy, protecting your space, keeping your mental health and physical well-being at an optimal level, learning how to navigate in this life, learning how to navigate through life's many challenges, learning to heal, learning to live completely free of the bullshit. So welcome. Today's episode is going to be on preserving your energy and learning how to pick your battles in the midst of gossip, in the midst of hate, in the midst of envy, or in the midst of just people just misunderstanding you. Me in particular, I've been going through this situation where this whole year, I've literally just focused in on myself. I haven't had any drama. I haven't been a part of any drama. I haven't been engaging in any type of negativity. However, I do have certain people who I've cut out of my life who, for some odd reason, just can't seem to keep my name out of their mouth or can't seem to just let me be. And I've had to work through my own challenges of not reacting in ways that would deplete my own energy force and that would affect me in an emotional way. The first emotion that came up for me was anger, of course, because me coming from the situations of which I've came from, all I've been searching for, it's just been peace, my inner healing, my happiness, building myself up, transmuting, learning how to be an alchemist, learning how to shift my reality by focusing in on my own energy and learning how to control my own energy and be one with Creator. Just trying to keep myself accountable. And so, you get angry when you're like, goodness, people are just not letting me be. Like, of course, I have to sit back and understand, number one, you give them too much power by saying, oh, they're not letting me be, because you have to give someone the permission to take your peace away. You have to give someone the permission to make you angry. You have to give anything the permission to come and touch your energy. And usually, I feel like we don't take the responsibility or the accountability to understand that our energy is ours and we do have power over what it is affected by. And it doesn't begin that way. You have to learn. You have to cultivate your energy. You have to strengthen your energy. Energy is energy, but energy can always be strengthened. It can always be stronger. It can always be more powerful. And I think what we don't talk about as a collective is not only just self-protection, energetic protection, but learning how to cultivate your energy to where it's not touchable. I feel like when we examine our triggers, we examine why certain situations make us react certain ways, that's when we're knowledgeable. But we have to learn how to cultivate ourselves to be able to not fall in the trap, not fall in the cycle, not become a victim to things. If you're a person like me, I just mind my business. I mind my business, okay? I mind my business. And, you got people who, they're not like that. A lot of people are not like that. Some people don't just mind their business. They mind other people's business more so than their own. And that's literally how they live their lives. And they're perfectly okay with how they live their lives. And, we also have to realize not everyone is going to look at things the same way as you. And they're not going to respect and hold themselves accountable to the same way that you do. So as an alchemist, as a witch, as a spiritual being, we have to realize that things aren't always gonna be easy in terms of keeping your energy completely intact. You have to learn, you have to cultivate it. I look at gossip as, or even just someone lying on my name, I look at it as, wow, you must really admire my energy, or you must really be so affected by my energy that it completely consumes your being to the point where you have to speak of me. Because everything always starts on a spiritual level. We think first and then we speak. Or it comes into our head first and then we speak. So wow, I must really be lingering in there for you to just spew things out about me without my presence even being there. We have to start looking at things in a way that empowers us. And I don't care if anyone feels like it's cocky or anything, it's the truth. I don't speak on things or situations or people who hold no importance to me. If it affects me, it affects me. Therefore, it is important to me, despite what we say. Thank you. Thank you for that admiration that, comes off as hatred, but it's pure admiration. Thank you. Thank you for that. Even though I don't like what you're saying, even though what you're saying is foul, even though what you're saying is wicked, even though what you're saying does not serve my greater purpose, I know that my energy and what I bring to the table is pure, is untainted, is genuine. And if I know that what I bring to the table is worth serving, that's all that matters. And when I feel and I recognize that what you're trying to bring to my table is not of love, it's not of kindness, it's not of peace, it's not of anything that's benefiting my journey or my being, I simply take your chair away. I take your chair away. My dinner table is my energetic, it's literally a representation of my life, of my energetic protection. Those chairs are what I give people access to. So, when someone I feel is just, no longer serving the purpose of, keeping the table afloat, keeping the table full of love, of kindness, of good soul food, things of that matter, I just take your chair away. But sometimes we don't notice how much we leave empty chairs out just for anybody to just sit in. Like we're just having auditions. And then sometimes we leave chairs for people that we know don't deserve to be there just because their presence isn't there. Their presence is no longer in that chair, but we still leave that chair there in remembrance of them. And we're so confused as to why energetically we're still affected by certain things or certain people that we feel that we've cut out of our lives. It's because you left the chair there. You left the chair at the table. You're supposed to take it away. And my point is this. Take any chairs away. Eliminate anybody away from your table that is not serving love. If you are not serving love, you have to get up from the table. You have to get up from the table. They're not serving love. They're not serving kindness. They're not serving peace. They're not helping the journey. They're not helping the process. They have to get up from the table. But here's one thing you got to understand. They were sitting at your table. That means you were once feeding them something that they were enjoying. That's why they kept sitting at the table. When people have to get up and leave a table from what they were enjoying, they're not going to leave in a happy manner. And this is with ex-friends, ex-partners, whatever. People are not going to leave that table in a happy manner. So when they leave that table, they're going to talk. They're probably going to be very bitter, whatever. Just as long as you eliminate that chair and you just don't give them that access to your energy anymore, that is how you learn to cultivate your energy, by practicing that process. And that's what I have to say for today, because it was weighing heavy on my heart. Thank you for tuning into episode 2 of the Self-Love Witch podcast. You'll have a beautiful day. I have another episode out soon. Please follow me on Instagram, the Self-Love Witch podcast. And much love to you all. Peace.